Hello and welcome to another training video from Experia. In this training video we're quickly going to go over the IRiS Colour Selector Deluxe, which is one of our IRiS talkers. I'm going to run through its switches and its functionality and show you how you can best use it to suit your client's needs. So running through it, first of all we have 8 tactile coloured switches on the front panel. We have a little green charge indicator light. We have this panel along the top that's indicating again the 8 colours, and that is referring to our 6.35mm or a 1/4 inch input jacks, so you can plug a range of switches into these, again to tailor this to suit your user's needs. We have 2 switches here. One says mode and one says time. We press the mode button, it cycles through our different switch modes that we're going to go through one by one. And this is a wireless charging device, so you can see a little charge symbol on the bottom. That's just where you locate it to start the charging. Okay, so we're just going to lower the lights for this next part. And we're going to start off in the device's default mode. So when you turn this on, its default mode is locked. So I'm just going to turn the lights down. So you can see at the minute we're paired to these devices. Locked mode basically means we press a colour, it changes to that colour, and it will stay that colour for as long as you want it to stay that colour. The only thing that will change the colour is if you press another button. So that's locked mode. Pretty straightforward, and say that's the default setting. I'm just going to reach over and press the mode button, and we're now in the next mode, which is toggle. Toggle does something slightly different. You can see we've gone into blackness. Is instead of changing directly to the next colour, it toggles the lights off. So I'm going to press green. Instead of changing it to green, it switches everything off. Press green again, we're now green. I press, let's see, blue. I press the same button, blue again, it's on and off. So that's the toggle function. So it's adding another cognitive reasoning layer that you can work on with your users. The next mode, see we've plunged into darkness once again, is called momentary. And what momentary does is you must press and hold the switch. So I'm going to reach down and pressing and holding orange. For as long as I hold orange, the lights will stay on. As soon as I let go, they're off. And you can also see it's not a flash. They fade up and fade down nicely. So you're it's sudden, but it's not that sudden. It's not a flash. I want red, I press red. I want white, I press white. So that's momentary mode, and you can use that if you have someone maybe with a short attention span and you want to have them to press and hold this, or you have someone that this requires some physical effort and you want to encourage that. Momentary mode is very versatile. Okay, so the next mode along is timed. In timed mode, we'll just have to turn the lights back on for this briefly. Timed mode is very straightforward, and we get to use the button. Oh, apologies, this is racing mode. So what racing mode does is the first person to press the button wins, essentially. So again, if we flick off the lights, I just pressed red. I've locked everyone else out. You lock them out for 5 seconds and then the lights will go off again. Just press purple. I've locked everyone else out for 5 seconds. So that's racing mode. You can use this like maybe like a game show buzzer. If you have 2 or more children, 2 or more users, apologies. And and you maybe ask them a question, someone's red and they press red, they know the answer. So that's racing mode. Next mode along is passive mode. So if we put it in passive mode, any device that is paired to this will change through the colours by themselves. If I press the time button, I can change how frequently they change. So I put it up to 5 seconds. So every 5 seconds it's going to change colour. Okay, the next mode along is timed, and this is pretty straightforward. You can see as default it's in 5 seconds. We can change it from anything from 1 to 60 seconds. We're going to put it on just 3 seconds. You can see that 3 seconds in timed mode. And again, if we turn the lights off, I press the red button, anything paired to this will turn on for 3 seconds, then turn off. So pretty straightforward. I can change the time to stay longer. And one thing to note is you can override. So say for example we had this set to 5 seconds. If you press press red, and within 5 seconds you pressed a different colour, it starts the 5 seconds again. Okay. Our next mode is scrolling stop. This one's a little bit hard to explain, but it makes sense. We demonstrate it. So at the moment, you can see the devices are all changing colour automatically. They're scrolling through. If I press any button, doesn't matter what button it is on the colour selector now, it stops on the colour that it was scrolling through. So the actual colour that we press here doesn't influence the colour that appears. It's whatever it was scrolling through at the time. So you're going to say, I'm going to press the orange button. You can see we've actually stopped on yellow. So that's scrolling stop. The final mode is scrolling next. And this is excellent for users that don't have good fine motor control and they can't manage to push one individual switch, or if you're using a very specialized switch in one of the inputs and you don't want to restrict the user just to operating one color. What scrolling next does is any button I press, the device will scroll to the next color. So it doesn't matter what button I'm pressing, it will always scroll to the next color, and it's in this fixed order. So we have red, yellow, green, blue, orange, purple, cyan, and then finally white. It's always in that fixed order that we scroll through the colors. So again, excellent to say if you have someone that just can't manage to individualize these buttons, or if you're using a special switch, could be anything from a mercury tilt switch to a squeeze switch, anything that you can plug into this, because if I plug it into here, it's only going to activate red, but in this mode, that doesn't matter because you can get to any color that you want. And finally, whenever we press mode again, we're back to locked. So it's cyclical, we get to the last mode and it brings it back round to the start again. And that is the Colour Selector Deluxe. Thank you for watching.